Hey guys, it's Michelle and Marcela coming to you from ihelpmoms.com, where we are on a mission to make motherhood easier, healthier, and happier. On today's episode, I want to ask our ihelpmoms.com therapist, how do we raise grateful kids when we are facing so much entitlement and kids wanting the next best thing and comparing themselves and just kind of expecting all of these luxury things in life? You know, when we as mom are like, I fed you, you got a good night's sleep, and I put a house over your head. Shouldn't you be happy?
That should be enough, right?
So I really want to talk about, how do we raise grateful kids? And is it something that they're born with as in nature, or is it something we as parents need to nurture and help them to realize what gratitude is?
Michelle, that's the most important question. It's actually both. So our genes and the environment are constantly working together all throughout our lives. So while some children are born with the predisposition or wired to be a little kinder, nicer, softer, and just more naturally grateful, that doesn't mean that we don't play a really important role in our children's lives in teaching them about gratitude. So it's both. Yes, some children can be wired to be more loving and receptive and open, but it doesn't matter. It's actually our role as parents that has a huge impact. So the research actually shows that a loving and affectionate parental bond increases pro-social behavior in children.
Wow.
So us being loving and kind and hugging and kissing and playful with our kids actually sets them up to be more receptive to others, to be more kind and caring.
Wow.
So it's incredible. Like, we are the role models. It starts with us. It starts with, are we showing gratitude? Are we expressing to our kids how much we are grateful for the people around us?
Yeah.
Are we grateful for their teachers, for the neighbor? So it starts with us. We are those first role models.
Oh, I absolutely love that. I think that's amazing. And, you know, I find it really interesting. So many of us want like the quick fix, right? My kid has a tantrum, like, what's the quick fix? My kid isn't telling me that they appreciate going to camp or getting, you know, that I spent all this time making dinners. I just want a quick solution. But what I love about the approach that we have here at ihelpmoms.com and working with amazing therapists like you is we want to build a positive parenting foundation. Our goal is that we never look back later on our lives and said, man, I wish I'd done this differently to build a grateful child. I wish my child was more grateful for their own spouse, their own house, their own success. You know, we want kids that are truly fulfilled. So I think this next question is so important, which is, what is the lasting impact creating grateful kids has in life?
That is the question. So I want you to imagine gratitude like the master key of the universe.
Wow.
Okay? When we practice gratitude, we have the potential to unlock all of the amazing things this world has to offer us.
That's amazing.
So when we teach that to our kids, we are literally giving them the most important tool they will ever need.
Wow.
So it is the master key. So being able to be appreciative and be grateful for the little things and the big things is a daily practice. And I've shared this with you. You know, in my house, we practice gratitude every night. So as we're winding down and going to bed, our prayer is a really simple prayer. We just say thank you to God for everything we love and everything we're happy about. And it could be, and you have to give them the freedom. You have to give them the freedom to say what they're grateful for.
1,000%.
So right now, my son is 6, and he put, like, toys come before mom and dad. So, you know, he's like, I'm grateful for my toys. I'm grateful for mommy and daddy. I'm grateful for my books. So, right, like, he has his order, and we have to give them that permission. so that it comes from their heart. It has to come from their heart.
Yeah.
So getting into that practice of a daily prayer, a daily gratitude exercise of just what do you feel grateful for in your day is the building block. Those are the building blocks to help them develop this for life.
I love that. But we know at ihelpmoms.com, we tell the truth. So as much as we want our kids to be grateful and raised up in these amazing gratitude-filled families, the truth of the matter is at times our kids can be ungrateful, whether it's that we've worked hard all day and then they have the audacity to say they don't like their dinner or whatever the conversation looks like and they're just being ungrateful or that they don't like something. Tell me a little bit about how do we handle that situation?
So it's really important to not overreact to children's negativity. Now, you have every right as a parent to have your own emotional response, right? And this is something that we teach, that it's very important that we are authentic, that we are honest, that we have these real interactions with our kids. But I want you to see children expressing negative emotions like it's necessary. It's a necessary part of their development. They are playing with the palette of their emotions.
Yeah.
So the goal of childhood is emotional regulation. And anybody who has a young child can understand how dramatic they can be sometimes. One thing bad happens and they had the worst day. It was the worst day ever. So what I like to teach my families and what I teach my own son is get curious and say, really? So you mean to tell me this bad thing happened and your whole day's bad? And he'll be like, yes, the whole day is bad. And you'll just stay in your curious position and say, that's interesting because I saw you have 20 things where you were super happy. That's really interesting how that one thing could make you say that the whole day was bad.
Wow.
So obviously this is easier said than done.
Sure.
Because when we are at we're human too.
Yes.
And we have every right to have our adult tantrums. We have every right to have adult tantrums too. But if you're in a good place, if you're feeling calm and collected, instead of saying to our kids, don't feel that way.
Right.
That's the first thing I teach parents not to do.
Yeah.
We don't teach our kids they can't feel a certain way because how we feel is how we feel.
Yeah.
We can get curious and help them question a little bit that attitude or that behavior, that thought process.
I love that.
So instead of being reactive, get curious.
Curious parenting. I like it. A new tagline. I like it. And one of the things at ihelpmoms.com that we always really focus on is giving great takeaways. We know there's a gazillion parenting books. There's so much parenting advice out there, but we are focused on bringing true experts, therapists, real family experts who work with hundreds of families. So I want to ask, what is that takeaway of creating grateful kids? I know you have an easy tip, and I think we can all raise our hands. We have 2 minutes a day to do this.
Guys, the research has shown 2 minutes, Michelle.
That's it.
2 minutes of gratitude a day was done in clinical studies with people with depression, and just 2 minutes of gratitude had powerful effects in raising mood, improving well-being. And so if you can teach your children and you practice yourself, I teach my families, the most powerful time to practice gratitude is first thing in the morning.
Yep.
As soon as you open your eyes, even before your coffee.
Yes.
Before your coffee, before you get out of bed, those first few minutes in bed, use that moment to just sink into the gratitude of your life.
Wow.
What are you grateful for? Like whether it's a little foot that is embedded in your head or in your side, whether it's the blankets, the sheets, the people in your life, your loved one, whatever it is you feel that it could be easy for you.
Yeah.
Just 2 minutes. Start your day with 2 minutes and end your day with 2 minutes.
That is amazing advice, and all of us have 2 minutes. And I just want to end on this note that I found profound that you said. the greatest way we teach gratitude is modeling it ourselves. So in closing, I just want to let everyone know I'm grateful for you and I love you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Make sure you subscribe and sign up for our notifications so you can see our next show. Bye-bye.